Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. I am Mick400, and we're going to start Cotton Top Cove again, which has a Donkey or Diddy Kong Racing-esque sounding name. This is the water world, and we're starting with Bazza's Blockade. I think it's Bazzas Blockade. I'll find out after the level's done. I always forget. Anyway, this is the first water level of the game. We have those guys, which are Bazzas. They will constantly be coming out of the little holes and going to the other side. And we have Cocos. I think they're called, yeah, Cocos. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it. The clownfish, there's different colors of them, and they're just this generic fish enemy. I have to say, this is probably my favorite water song, unless you, I guess if you count, Lockjaw's Saga, or Lockjaw's, whatever, the Lockjaw song from Donkey Kong Country 2. If you count that as the water theme from DKC2, then I guess not. But I really do like the water theme from this, at least more than Aquatic Ambience, personally. Only because, I don't know, it really fits. I mean, Aquatic Ambience is really peaceful and calming, and it sounds great. But the way the design of the level looks, you know, the colors used in the whole level design, and the song just is so foreboding, and yet at the same time peaceful sounding. It's a really good song that again, it's underrated in my opinion. A lot of the music in this game is underrated. I mean, most of it was composed by Eveline Fisher, who is technically now, I think, Eveline Nova, I don't know, she got married. Yeah, she's underrated as a composer. I mean, she voiced Pipsy from Diddy Kong Racing automatically. That automatically makes her great, and she also voiced Joanne Dark, to my knowledge, or to my remembrance. But no, like the only songs David Wise composed in this game, I believe, are the Brother Bear theme, which is good. It's really good. The menu and title theme, the Wrinkly Kong songs, and the bonus stuff. I think that's all of it. And all the other songs are composed by Eveline, and yeah, everyone seems to think, like, a lot of people like, I think, Rock Face Rumble, and they like the Tree song, and they think, oh, David Wise composed it. I know I'm really harsh against him, but I've had to deal with a lot of people who are like, you know, or I've seen a lot of people who are like, David Wise, he's so awesome. And yeah, he does compose great stuff. It gets fans ruin everything, honestly. They really do. They make the people who aren't fans become anti-fans, and that's not good. Though then again, you know, you don't have to become anti-fans. I'm just very opinionated. Anyway, my point is, this is a good song. So, also another thing is coin. In any of the water levels, coin will always be found at the end of the level. So don't worry about looking for coin underwater in a scuba uniform or something. No, he'll be in the, because it's physically impossible for that mechanic to work. Here we have Engard again. Engar's used, you know, somewhat a bit in this game. Ellie is definitely the most used animal buddy, I'd say. I think, yeah. Though really, she's one of the only new ones. There's a few other ones, but for the most part, she's really the only notable new one. Perry's not. I don't really care. Kill. I don't really consider Perry you know, he's an animal buddy, but he's not really a super useful one. He's more, well, he's useful, just, I don't know, in his own regard. You know, the thing that's interesting, though, is that going on the whole fan thing is, why are people, it's, you know, it's odd. Like, people are, by nature, a lot of people tend to be attracted, not really the right word. People like things that are the norm. People like things that they're used to. They like the familiar. They don't like to, and there's a bounty bass. They don't like to go with the unfamiliar. Like, if you go to a movie, a lot of people like the general things. It's just, you know, people like to know what they're expecting. They don't like the unexpected, yet at the same time, they like to be shocked and unexpected, because in a good way, because, you know, it's one of those things, that's the whole point. It's like, it's odd. It's like, people like expecting, you know, the norm, and yet they also like the unexpected. Like, for example, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. You know, she's Bazza. Yeah, I think it's Bazza Blockade. She is Rocket Barrel Rides the next level. She is. I like her songs. They're pretty decent. I'm not like a fan or anything. I just, you know, I've heard some of her music. Most notably Poker Face, because it's been parodied by everyone. And here we have Crumple. Crumple is the gigantic muscle man of this game, and only Kiddy Kong can defeat him. Only Kiddy Kong. But you can also use TNT and stuff. And Ellie can... Really, only Dixie can't defeat him. Well, probably I'm sure someone else couldn't. So anyway, the whole thing of this level is we have these rocket barrels. So yeah, so Lady Gaga, Poker Face is the main thing I've heard mostly, but there's other songs I've heard. And okay, the thing about her is, if you actually look at her, you know, she's got a good voice. She's a good singer, in my opinion. She's got some good ideas. And yet, really, if you took away all of the, you know, the eccentric costumes and all that, and all of the, you know, the eccentricness about her, how many people would honestly care about her as much, or at least nearly as much? I don't think nearly as much. If she was just an average singer, I don't think nearly as many people would. I mean, think about the whole Susan Boyle thing. I mean, Susan Boyle's a good singer. If anyone, if she wasn't for the fact that her story of she was, you know, an old lady, she was, you know, I guess I say old lady, who, you know, her whole basically backstory of, you know, just being, you know, kind of a frumpy looking person who has an amazing voice. That's her catch. That's her catch. And people tend to like things with a catch. People like things that are a little bit unexpected, and also like they have a thing to them. They like gimmicks, I guess is the thing. People like gimmicks. People like things with gimmicks because, you know, again, if Lady Gaga didn't have all her fantastic costumes and all that stuff, I don't think nearly as many people would even, you know, give her a second notice. People, you know, like stars and stuff. Why are they stars? You know, a lot of it doesn't even have to do with talent. I mean, back in the days of Hollywood, being a star had nothing to do with how good you were at acting. It had to do with your look, how, you know, how you portrayed a role. There was a lot of typecasting, and, you know, the look that you had was more important than your actual skills as an actor. And that's not 100% true nowadays, but I mean, you can't deny that it's still relevant, and it's partly because people like things that have a you know, a gimmick, but also a familiar gimmick to an extent as well. I mean, Lady Gaga's eccentric, but you've seen people like who are eccentric before, and it's not like unfamiliar. It's not like a shock to their system 100%. You know, you have oh, who was I thinking of? I just forgot. Megan Fox. I personally don't think she's I'm not gonna get it. I think she looks fake, personally. I don't think she's nearly as hot as everyone thinks she is, but she doesn't seem to me to have any acting skills. I'm not going to go into a debate with anyone who actually thinks she does. And her only purpose really is just looking good. And again, if she didn't have that look that people like, some people like, no one would care about her. You know, people like, and I guess the point of this, it was originally going to be, you know, about familiarities and oddities, which it kind of is, but it's more, you know, people like things with a catch. People like things that have, you know, a thing about them. They like things like, they like gimmicks. People like gimmicks. They like gimmicks because they help you expect what's coming, because you would think, oh, well, they're odd, you know, like Lady Gaga's an oddity. No, she has a gimmick. You know what she's about. I mean, they like gimmicks because they make people different than the norm. You know, they add something to that person. It's not like, oh, she's Lady Gaga, she could sing good, but no, she has something, you know, that's interesting. She has a gimmick. But they also help you come to they make you know what to expect from her. She's gonna be eccentric. It's like one of those it's one of those double things. It's like you know what to expect from her, and yet at the same time she's different than she has a thing that the regular people don't have. That you know what I'm saying though. It's it's a hard thing to say, and people, it's one of those things that's just I find kind of odd. I'm not really sure what kind of point I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to. That's what I do with friends. Just improving upon just thinking. But anyway, onto this level. This level's pretty. I like this level. I like the waterfall music. It's very peaceful sounding. It's very nice. If you actually listen to it, it has some nice melodies to it. A lot of these waterfall levels later can be quite annoying, though. Right here we have one of the more interesting ways to get coin. Obviously there's no way to hit him with the barrel because there's no wall to bounce off of. So what we need to do is throw the barrel, or not that, no. We need to throw the barrel before going into the cannon, and then fire ourselves across, so we'll end up on the opposite side of him, and the barrel will hit him. That's one of the more interesting versions. There are some that are very generic, but there are some interesting ones. That's about all the time I have. This has been Make400 reminding you that monkeys like bananas and pie.